So we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to mute everybody. And if you all have a playlist, then you can go ahead and press play and make your way to a child's pose.
Child's pose?
Yes, child's pose, Mom. Bring your hips to your heels, bring your forehead to the mat. Create a really comfortable position for your body. Your knees can be together, they can be wide apart. Your arms could be out in front of you, palms facing down, or perhaps you want them palms facing up by your sides. Oh, seems like there's low volume here. I'm gonna try to fix that. Can you guys hear me a little bit better now? Okay. Close your eyes. And start to do a little bit of a scan of your body. So from your toes to your fingertips, allowing a little bit of tension to melt away from each and every section as you move your way up. At this point, you may already have some formed beliefs about who you are, about what your practice might look like or even feel like. And these are beliefs which you might spend the next hour comparing your practice to. This yoga will give you an opportunity to choose watching over judging. This child's pose can be a brand new beginning. So be open to whatever comes up by simply paying attention, watching your breath, watching how it interacts with your body. And witness everything as if through the eyes of a child. This child's pose is always available to you, so please take it when you need it. We will start like we usually do at Yoga to the People, and that's with a breath together. So using an exhale, begin to press out all the air, squeeze your belly button up into your spine to get empty. With an inhale through the nose, fill your whole body, take it to the top. With an HA, let it go. Start to rock your forehead a little bit side to side, introducing a little bit of sway. And then bring your head up just a little bit. Tuck your toes under. Walk your hands back towards your knees and then up onto your thighs. So you're sitting on your heels with a tall seat, toes tucked under for a gentle stretch. Take a couple cat-cow movements. So inhale, reach your belly forward, maybe hands towards your hips. As you exhale, hands towards your knees, round your spine, chin into your chest. Do that a couple of times. Inhaling and exhaling, matching up your body's movements to the cues of these breaths, warming up your spine a little bit. And then finally walk your hands forward. Untuck your toes, tabletop position for some cat-cows like that. Only maybe you'll start to roll your head in little circles or snake your spine around an invisible center if that feels good. Tuck your toes under, send your hips high, and keep this free form movement. Keep pedaling out your feet, maybe shake your head yes and no. Take a flutter of your lips here, go and unhinge your jaw, relax your tongue. Cleaning up down dog just a little bit. Make sure that your thumbs are about skulls width distance apart. Press into your fingertips and pads of palms. Wrap your arms towards each other and take a little bend in your knees so that your hips can sit up higher as your chest comes closer down towards your thighs. And then a really deep bend in your knees. Walk your hands back to meet your feet, forward fold at the back edge of your mat, and you hang out. Sway side to side. Let your head simply fall off of your neck like a yo-yo on a string. And then measure out 2 fists between your feet, about hips width distance apart. Take a half lift, inhale, hands on shins or thighs. Keep breathing in and out of the nose. Feel that flat back with a little support from your belly. Another inhale, crown of head reaches forward. Exhale, rebend your knees and forward fold. Do that again. Inhale, long spine, half lift. Exhale, release. Come all the way up, standing mountain pose, biceps frame your face. Pinkies rotate in and shoulders soften down your back. Notice what your face is doing. Can your breath soften the corners of your mouth, the corners of your eyes? And then come up onto your tippy toes. Weight in the balls of your feet, a little tuck of your tail, light up the muscles wrapping around your thighs, up through your chest. Take an inhale to look up, reach up. Exhale, heels to the floor. Inhale, take a little back bend, reach a little back, look a little back. And exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands forward, come into an upper push-up plank position and pause there. Breathing in and out of your nose. Hips in line with shoulders. Light up the backs of your thighs, engage them so there's a long line from crown of head down towards your heels. Inhale to press the floor away. Exhale, hips high, down dog. Empty your air, SH. Inhale, fingertips through hips. Open mouth, breath, let something go. Bend your knees, look forward. Take little steps to your forward fold at the front of your mat. A half lift, inhale, and exhale, let it go. Inhale through mountain, back bend, weight in your heels, hips slightly forward, heart opens. Your exhale, you dive forward. Another half lift here, inhale, release your palms down. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Bring your back knee down, untuck your back toe for a low lunge. You can interlace fingers on your front thigh. Press into the top of your back foot and engage your inner thighs to support the lifting of your hips. Belly lifts your ribs away from hips. If breath is with you, maybe you take it a little further. You could interlace your fingers Bring your hands forward, up, maybe back, opening up your chest. And exhale, bring your palms to the mat. Tuck your back toe under, step back, upper push-up plank. Once again, find that solid shape, whole body engaged in keeping this plank. And we're gonna set up the flow. You can always do this with your knees on the mat if this already feels like you're super irritated and done with upper push-up plank. We'll take it 2 breaths, 4 movements. Inhale your heart 1 inch forward. Exhale to lower halfway down, elbows tight by your ribs. Inhale, up dog, only tops of feet and palms on the mat. A little bend in the elbows, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale your right leg up. Feel that equal weight between your palms. Keep your biceps wrapping in, and then kick up a little bit higher. Bend at the knee, start to open up right side hip. Head stays heavy. Create a little space, maybe draw pictures with your knee in the sky like a marker. Inhale to re-extend your leg long behind you. Use your belly and quietly step your foot in between your hands. Nice. Keep your back heel lifted. You're gonna take a little bit of a twist. So left hand down, right hand twists up to the ceiling. Keep that steady, smooth quality of breath. And concentrate on using your back leg. Straighten it out. Squeeze your left glute just a little bit. And then twist your chest open. 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step yourself forward, fold. And then do something like a wiggle or a sway or spaghetti, a flutter. Notice what's already come up for you. Let that go. Feet hips width distance. Go ahead and sit your hips low. Lift your arms high for a chair pose. Notice how your inner landscape changes just by sitting your hips back in an imaginary chair. Could you pretend that you were in a child's pose? And then sit a little bit lower, light up your inner thighs. Inhale to reach your fingertips away from your hips, and then stand up. Inhale, reach up, back bend, hips forward. Exhale, forward fold. Take a half lift for good measure. Palms to the mat, step your left foot all the way back. Bring your back knee down, untuck your back toe, interlace fingers on your front thigh, and enjoy that little opening that's happening at the front of your left hip. Enjoy the press of your palms away from your thighs to lift your heart a little bit higher. Maybe you interlace your fingers, maybe you scoop the air up and look up, reach back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Tuck your back toe under, step to your upper push-up plank, and watch your breath, let it lead you through your flow. Like a reset button, rinsing away the old. Down dog, inhale your left leg up and back. Use the press of your palms and the kick of your glute to reach a little higher, and then bend at the knee, peel it open. Maybe you want to wiggle your toes or roll your ankle around. Something that feels really good. Inhale, extend the leg long behind you, level those hips, rounded spine as you step the foot quietly between your hands. Back heel stays up, you take the twist on the other side, lifting your left arm up, right palm continues to press the floor away. Think inhales, I get longer through crown of head. Exhale to twist from that lower middle back. And release your palms down. Step forward, fold. And do something that helps you let something go. Whatever that is, maybe you just put a really big smile on your face and like notice the seriousness. All right, hips low, arms up, chair pose. Maybe you think to yourself, I love chair pose so much, even if you don't. And you let the hips sink, let your arms reach so far forward that it's the reason you don't fall back into your seat. Exhale, weight in your heels. Inhale, stand up, reach up, back bend. And release, forward fold. Nice work. Take your half lift, feel longer. Exhale, palms down, step to plank, and take that flow. Slow, sweet. All right, beautiful. Go ahead and exhale. SH, squeeze out the thoughts, the feelings. Inhale, take something fresh, fill yourself up with it, hold it. Take an HM and vibrate from the belly out the bones. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, step the foot all the way between your hands. Dial your back heel down and lift up for your first warrior one. Notice where you land. Maybe you make your feet a little wider apart. Think railroad tracks. Seal the edge of your back foot so much into the mat that you glide your hip a little forward so that your hips become squared towards the front. Stay low in your hips. And then close your eyes. Take 2 to 3 breaths just to feel how warrior one is right now. And then open the eyes. Root in your heels. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, soft hands down. Soft step back. Take your flow. Meet in downward facing dog. Down dog, inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, belly steps the foot all the way through. Back heel down, root to rise, warrior one on the left. Make any little nuancy adjustments that help you feel grounded in equal weight between your feet. And then once more, close your eyes. Use this inner quality, bringing your focus inward to soften where you can soften and stay strong where you feel you need to be strong. Flutter your eyes open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Flow. And then that's your first one breath, one movement. You could do the whole thing with your eyes closed. Just warrior one on the right, Warrior one on the left, and a flow in between. How wonderful can every little movement of your body feel when you're paying attention to it? Really beautiful. And whatever point you get back to your down dog is the right time. When you do get there, or if you get to your child's pose, slow down your breath, extending your exhales. Inhales to rejuvenate the press of your palms and fingers against the mat. From your downward facing dog, inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. Keep your back heel lifted, lift up for your high lunge. And notice how it's a little bit different from Warrior One. Feet are still that hips width distance apart, but you've got that little bit of a balance challenge with your back foot. Press the heel high off the ball of the foot. Press the back of your thigh towards the ceiling. And continue to soften your shoulders and your neck. Inhale to stay here. Exhale, Warrior Two, dial the back heel down. Open your chest up, arms reaching in opposite directions. Keep the weight equal between your legs. Seal the edge of your left foot so much into the mat that the inner arch could almost lift up. And then see if you can knit your lowest rib a little bit in. Keep your belly engaged in the lifting of your chest. Inhale, biceps towards your fingertips. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor. Take yourself through the flow. We meet back in down dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, step the foot through. Back heel stays up, lift on up for your high lunge. Find what feels equal for you. And then focus on either one spot in front of you, or try closing your eyes in this one. Maybe have a little bit of humor for yourself inside of it. Eyes open, inhale, get tall. Exhale, open up, Warrior Two. Arms opening up your chest, reaching from the undersides of your arms, letting your shoulders do a little bit less than they probably are. Every exhale could still be longer. Every inhale could be newly invigorating to the reach of your body apart. Last inhale here, stretch long. Exhale, release, hands down. Step back and take your final one breath, one movement. Just that high lunge to Warrior Two on the right, on the left. And you take your flow in between. perhaps there's a quality like grace or melody that you would like to invoke or invite into your movements. And whenever your brain gets wrapped up in telling yourself how you're doing or comparing to something, watch your breath instead. And keep on bringing your focus back. And whenever you get to your down dog, if that's your choice, you keep it active even as you slow things down. And if keeping your down dog is bringing up a whole bunch of emotions or thoughts and you'd rather rest in a child's pose, then it is a very strong thing to make that choice. Go ahead and empty all your air, no matter where you are. Imagine you are squeezing out the washcloth to the very last drop. Inhale, filling up, big balloon, hold it at the top. Sigh it out. All right. Go ahead and bend your knees, walk your hands back towards your feet. We come to a forward fold once more at the back of the mat. Spend a few moments enjoying the weightlessness off of your wrists. Let the head dangle. Maybe scrunch your face and then loosen it again. Interlace your fingers at your lower back. Press your palms together, lift them up into the air, a little bit of a shoulder stretch. You could rock a little side to side. You could bend one knee and then the other if that feels good. And then reverse hands to your hips and droop them towards the floor. Zip your legs all the way together. Find that nice solid tree trunk, which you know means Thunderbolt is coming. Try not to hate it. Take a half lift. Enjoy the difference with inner thighs pressing together. And exhale to release. Take a back bend, legs together. Inhale, reach up, reach back. Look where your fingertips reach. Exhale, release. Forward fold. Keep the length that you found. All right, as promised, hips down, arms up, thunderbolts. This could be enough, right? You could stay here in your thunderbolt. If you want a little more, bring your palms down to heart center. We're gonna take a twist. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, twist to the right. Left forearm hooking on to your right thigh. Steady breaths in and out of the nose. Sit your hips lower than your heart. Press arm into leg so that one day your heart rises above your hands. And try to take a little peek up at the ceiling. One more inhale to roll open. Come back through center, strong. Sit a little lower. Inhale, lean a little back, and then twist to the left. Whatever the thought is, watch yourself breathing and watch yourself finding that connection of body parts, helping you to roll your heart open. Sit a little bit lower. Nice, Claire. Inhale, look up. Come back to center. Stay low. I know you can. Nick and whoever you're practicing with, that's sweet. And then stand up, reach up, back bend, open the front of your body. Release, forward fold. Really nice work, everybody. Go ahead and walk your hands forward, come into that upper push-up plank position and pause there. Yes, it's push-up time. If you want to do them with your knees on the mat, please feel free. If you do them with your knees up, keep your hips in line with your shoulders as you inhale to shove the floor away. Exhale, lower just halfway down, and then biceps press you all the way up. Lower again, halfway down, one line. Press strong, back up. Last time, lower. Firm belly, press away. Take yourself through your flow. Empty your air, squeeze out any remnants of push-ups and twisting and thunderbolts. Inhale, sweet honey. Ha. All right. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. You're just gonna windmill open into your warrior two. I always say windmill, I mean windmill. You've been to your warrior two before. You know how to set up that foundation. Look to your front palm, flip it over. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, reverse that warrior. Use your back hand to press against a squishy part of a leg. And then keep your right ribs extending open like a fan away from your front thigh. Go ahead and straighten your front leg. Inhale to reach a little further back with that extension of leg supporting you. Exhale into your triangle pose. Right hand onto a shin, maybe onto your foot. Left hand reaching up towards the sky. Sometimes I take a little bit of a shorter stance here. But continue to press the strong muscles of your leg back towards your hand and then reach your left palm a little bit further from your chest. One more inhale here. Look down to your foot, bend your knee, place both hands down to the floor. Pop your back heel up and then bend and straighten your front leg a couple of times, just breathing into that opening of the hamstrings, a little release for your leg. And then go ahead and forward fold. Step both feet forward. Find a moment. Take a half lift, inhale. And exhale to release. All right, bend your left knee. Place your left hand about a foot in front of your left toes, and then lifting into a standing half moon. So press the weight into your left side limbs, lift your right leg behind you, lift your right arm up, and find that stacking of hip on top of hip by engaging your left glute. Breathe. Send energy equally through all four of your limbs and very carefully bend your front knee, slide back to a warrior two, dropping your leg behind you, chest up. Nice. Find your breath. Inhale across your chest. Exhale, side angle. Left hand down. Right hand up. Use the connection of inner thigh against outer bicep to keep your hip opening. Maybe you prop yourself up, arm onto leg, so that you keep your chest open, keep the breath smooth. If you'd like to take a bind, you could drop your arm behind your back, find your front thigh. Use it to press your shoulder up and back, opening your chest, maybe one day to the ceiling. Final moments, fullest expression. Release, palms to the mat. Step to your plank. Take yourself through your flow. It's awesome work. Y'all are champions. We've got just one more side to do. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step the foot through. Opening to that warrior two, windmilling the arms open, if you will. Find that press of your back foot. Find that equalness between your legs. Reverse it, flip the front palm, reach forward, reach up, find that side body stretch, ribs expanding, staying low in your lunge, keeping the weight in your heels and edges of your feet. All right, release by extending your front leg straight, and then reach a little bit further back for one more inhale. Exhale, triangle pose. Left hand down, right hand up. Find the place that's comfortable for your hand to be, right? Sometimes coming all the way down to the mat can be a little bit too much sinking into the hip. All right, inhale, extend your arms apart. And then look to your knee, go ahead and bend it as you bring your palms to the mat. Pop your back heel up. Straighten and bend your front leg, a couple of fluid movements here, a little release for your legs. And then finally stepping through to your forward fold. And give yourself a little break, maybe a wiggle. I love to watch all these wiggles in the forward folds, they're great. All right, so we'll do the right side. So bend your right knee, place your right hand about a foot in front of your toes. Start to press into your right limbs, lifting your left leg, left arm up. Find that little stacking of your hips, opening up your whole body to the wall. And it's like this equal distribution. So you're finding a way to keep all of your arms and legs equally active, either with the press or the reach. Bend your front knee, let your back foot slide down to the mat, warrior two. Find your breath. Find your warrior two. Inhale to expand, exhale, side angle. Right hand down to the floor or right forearm onto your thigh, but left arm reaching straight up towards the ceiling. Press into the edge of your back foot. Tuck your butt a little under and then maybe drop that arm behind you for the bind. If you find the thigh, then use the thigh. And if you don't, that's okay too. Maybe you stay in your side angle and you work on that. Breathe into the chest that you're asking to open. One more moment to roll up, look up. Exhale, release. Step it back. Enjoy your flow. That was great work. Everybody exhale all of your air. S-H. Inhale to the tippy top of your hips. Hold it there. Take an HM long vibration through your bones. All right. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Bend at the knee. Sweep it through for your half pigeon. Knee a little bit wider than the shoulder. And you kind of adjust to what feels like the middle ground for you. So the more parallel your shin is to the front of the mat, the more of an opening you're asking from your hip. So find the right parallelity, if that's a word. And then if you feel comfortable, you might lower your chest down, lower your forearms down to the floor. If your knee does not like this pose, you can definitely go on your back, do a figure 4 stretch, putting your right ankle over your left thigh. It's a nice, relaxing way to open up that hip. Whatever you find works for you. Close your eyes when you get there. And maybe you kind of notice that it's the first time that you've gotten to drop back into this like child quality breath again. Soften your shoulders. Widen your elbows a little bit. And breathe directly into the hip so that your inhales bring awareness to the feeling. And your exhales help you melt some of the tension, some of the holding on. Soften the space between your eyebrows. And we'll take a breath here together. Inhale through your nose, down the length of your body, finding all the little places that need it. Slow exhaling HM. Allow the vibration to let you sink a little deeper into that hip. Take 2 more breaths like that. Carefully place your palms underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toe under as you press yourself away from the floor, maybe stepping back for a flow, maybe straight into a downward facing dog. You could lift that leg up if you'd like. If you're on your back, you can just actually switch to the opposite leg. Once you're back in your downward facing dog, lift the left leg up, bend at the knee. You'll bring it through for half pigeon on the other side. You might check over your shoulder that your leg behind you is nice and long behind the hip. Hip stays squared, forward, leveled with each other. And you want to feel something in your left hip. Just not something that feels like torture the moment you settle into it. When your forearms come down, or perhaps your chest. Once again, go inward, eyes closed. And watch what happens. If you're anything like me, this current situation has got me on social media, on Netflix, on different modes of distraction, maybe more than ever in my life before. For these few brief moments, can you not distract yourself? Don't come up with the food you're going to eat after this class or the to-do list. But follow your breath and soften your body. We'll take a breath. Inhale, slow, sweet, full. HM. Two more breaths because you can stay. And even soften instead of endure. When you have finished those two breaths, your palms come under the shoulders. You tuck your back toe under and step back for what might be your very last flow of this hour. When you do make it to your down dog, play around with it, move your body, notice how it's a little bit different from when we started. And then bring your knees to the mat, tabletop position. Take a couple more of those cats and cows. Feel out the warmth of your spine. Oh, hey, Jason. Nice to see you. And then find that nice tabletop neutral spine position. You're gonna extend your right arm forward. You're gonna extend your left leg back. Spinal balancing here, but just for a moment. So press the floor away with your palm and your shin, and then kick your leg up, lift your arm up, bend the knee, go grab your foot. Nice. Kick into your hand, slide your shin up the wall behind you, opening up, back bend, chest open to the front. Slowly re-extend your arm, re-extend your leg, strong moment. Release hand and knee down. Swap it out, opposite arm, opposite leg. There's no need to think about it like, this is bad or this is good or I'm tired. It's just happening. I know that's easy to say from my position. Inhale, kick the leg up, lift the arm up, bend your knee, grab your foot, and let that kick facilitate this back bend. Open your throat forward and look forward, maybe up. Slow re-extension, strong moment, spinal balance. Release, knee down, hand down, maybe a couple movements of your spine. Come to standing on your knees. Setting up for that camel pose. Maybe take a few breaths here, reorient yourself to this kind of standing position. Your knees are about hips width distance apart. Hands to your lower back for support. Seal the edges of your pinkies together. Reach your elbows towards each other and then start to look up. Mouth closed, eyes open. You start to lift your heart towards the ceiling as you let your head drop back. Hands keeping your hips over your knees. Perhaps you can let your hands come to your heels and then use that to press your heart a little higher, glutes supporting your hips. Small sips of air in and out of the nose. Return your hands to your hips. Use your belly to roll back up and settle your hips onto your heels. Close your eyes and breathe. Hands settled in your lap. A moment of gratitude. Thank yourself. Thank yourself for not only making it to your mat, but for taking care of yourself throughout the time that you were on it. Take a deep inhale into your chest. Open your mouth, let out a light sigh. Open your eyes, scoot your hips to one side so you can extend your legs out in front of you for that seated forward fold. A little counter stretch to your back bend. Flex your toes towards your face. You could keep a little bend in your knees. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, hands grabbing onto your feet. And you can keep your knees bent, right? Maybe over time you start pressing your heels more forward. But whatever your knees do, think inhales lengthen from the belly. As you exhale, bend at the elbows and let your biceps start to pull your chest towards your legs. Slowly release your hands, roll yourself all the way up, and then scoot your hips forward. Bottoms of the feet on the mat, extend your arms forward, and roll yourself back to lying on the floor. Rounded spine, belly helps you until you make it all the way down. We're gonna do just a little bit of core work because core work is super fun. Everybody loves it. So you'll lift your legs straight up into the air. Keep your palms face down by your sides. Keep your heels pressing away from you. Slowly start to lower your legs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lower 4, 3, 2. Working your psoas. Lift slowly for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Knees stay over your hips. Cross your ankles and interlace your fingers behind your neck. Don't move your legs at all. Just do bicycle crunches like they were stationary. Lift your right elbow to left thigh and then left elbow to right thigh. Keep your legs where they are. Lift on the exhales. And then switch the ankles, opposite ankle on top, and then keep going for just 8 more seconds. As fast or as slow as you want. And release. Let it go. Good work. Knees into your chest. Just give yourself one last squeeze here. Maybe rocking a little side to side. If you'd like to take a happy baby here, you could go ahead, grab the outsides of your feet, extending, straightening one leg and then the other. Perhaps that nice full happy baby with heels over knees, pressing the heels towards the ceiling, using your biceps to pull your knees away, that tension helping open up your hips. If you'd like to take a lion's breath with me, go ahead and scrunch up your face. Inhale, scrunch it really tight towards your nose. And then exhale, tongue out. And I have no way of knowing if any of you did that. Release your legs. Final savasana. Final rest. You more than deserve it. So set it up. in a really comfortable way. Let your toes flop open. Let your palms face open towards the ceiling, or perhaps you like that right hand to belly, left hand to heart feeling, kind of grounding. You close your eyes. Do another scan of your body. Bringing all of your focus first to your feet. And as your attention rises up through your body, through your legs, through your belly, let all that you've built up melt down towards the floor. Allow even your face to soften, the forehead, the top of your skull, the back of your skull. Thank you all so much for joining us, for keeping community yoga alive. It really matters that we get to practice together and come together in any way that we can at the moment. As always, you know that we're donation-based. The recommended is $12, but really it's whatever you can afford, whatever is doable for you. And we mean that. More important to us that everyone gets to have their yoga and know that there's always a place. So thank you for supporting that, whether it's through social media, through telling a friend. We're gonna end with a quote and a breath. This quote is by James Harvey Robinson. Most of our so-called reasoning consists in finding arguments for going on believing as we already do. Let's take one more breath together here. Empty all of your air. Take an inhale that makes you lift your heart a little higher from your chest. An open mouth to let it go. Start to deepen your breath. Stretch your arms out over your head. Stretch your toes away from you. Take a long stretch that even introduces a slight back bend for you. And then you'll maybe bring your knees into your chest, curl up into a little ball and roll to one side. You can use the palms on the floor to come up to a seated position. Any comfortable seat will do. Maybe eyes closed, palms in the lap. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for your practice. Have a good night.